Hey everyone, and welcome back to another week of the Great Garden Challenge, where we're taking this 15 by 20 foot garden space behind me and seeing how much food can we grow out of it over an entire season. And if you saw last week, you got to see a little glimpse into how we took out this brassica bed, we transplanted a whole row of determinate tomatoes in for a nice fast midsummer crop, and we seeded some baby lettuce underneath it, and more goes into pruning tomatoes and everything. Definitely, if you've not watched that, it's popular, go back and check it out. There's a link down in the description below. Otherwise, this week, we've had more going on with taking out peas, putting in a succession planting of green beans, and more. But just before we get into that, quick little reminder to put in your guess of how much you think that we'll be able to grow out of this garden, dollar value wise, and whoever gets the closest is gonna win the ultimate garden giveaway. $500 worth of free seeds, a free Birdies Raised Bed, and unlimited lifetime access to the Seedtime Garden Planner. There's a link down in the description. Go click that link. It is a link, don't leave a comment. Click the link in the description, go enter your guess, and who knows, you might be able to win the Great Garden giveaway. So let's talk about what has happened this week. This week started out with coming in and taking out our peas. They had really kind of reached the end of their season, as it were. Some of those vines were dying back. We did our last harvest off of them, cleaned them out, and then I came in and seeded a succession planting of green beans, the pole green beans that we're growing here, in their place. And I ended up having enough time to also clear out the baby greens that were underneath the sides there and put in some baby lettuce greens on each side of them there as well. Hey everyone, it's another week. We're back out here at the garden, so let's take a quick look around and we'll talk about what we're gonna do this week. We're starting with our peas here. I'm gonna do our last harvest of peas. You can see we've got some nice peas here still. We're gonna harvest all of those out, and we're gonna be taking these plants out because I'm gonna be seeding a succession planting of pole green beans in this place. I want you to take a look at how big these green beans leaves are. Look at that. Climbed up to the top of the trellis. They're looking really fantastic overall. Yeah, I wanted to take out the baby greens, the baby kale at the bottom here, because I wanted to seed in more baby greens down below here, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to that. We have some lettuce here that's about ready to harvest. We also have some baby lettuce over here under the tomatoes. Tomatoes are looking good. Baby arugula is looking good. And look over here, our baby lettuce is starting to come up next to these tomatoes. So we want to keep the ground covered as much as possible, and we want to keep living roots in the soil as much as possible. I'm gonna be coming, and the next few days are gonna be very hot and very sunny. So I need to make sure that this garden stays watered well. So over the next few days, the Seedtime team is actually getting together for an in-person meeting. This is our first whole internal team meeting. And so I'm not gonna be here for the next few days. So I've got to get some of this work done right now and work on getting this garden set up, or making sure someone can come over and make sure it's watered while we're gone as well. So I'm gonna get to work with the peas here first. Let's harvest them out, pull them out, and get our green beans seeded. It is hot, you all, out here right now, and I'm getting ready to seed these Kentucky Wonder Pole beans. These are the same ones that we've seeded down there, so it's a succession planting of those same ones. I've got a little trench here. I'm gonna be seeding them in. You can see my little trench. Here's the beans. My trench was a little shallow, so I just came and pushed them down with my fingers a little bit. Now, I did get the baby greens pulled out of the sides here, so I'm gonna be seeding in some of our baby lettuce. Okay, we did it. So I just made some trenches down the side here, seeded in our baby lettuce. Gonna cover it up quick, and we'll see what kind of harvest we can get off of the baby lettuce. Man, it is hot out here, and this soil is hot. Interested to see how well this germinates in this heat. So something cool, quite literally, is on the inside of our trellis here, where it is being shaded. The soil is nice, soft, and cool. So I'm excited about growing our cool weather crops underneath this trellis, especially as these green beans continue to shade it out more, and as the tomatoes come up the other side. We want some of that dappled sunlight. Don't want it completely shaded out. We do want to have some nice natural shade in here, and hopefully without even having to use a shade cloth. Haha. Seeing our first Japanese beetle here. Check him out on our green beans. Japanese beetles love green beans like this. I don't like you, fella. As long as you don't increase in number, we'll be okay. Got everything seeded and the sprinklers on. So we're gonna let this water in. Can't wait for these little guys to come up. I just transplanted in this squash plant that we had started earlier. I'm gonna water it in. I've been hardening it off a little bit. Same with these 2 cucumbers over here. Gonna water them in as well. And we'll hope these guys get off to a great little start here. I also ended up clearing out our herb section. Not all of the herbs, we still have basil going on here, but the dill and the cilantro, cleared those out, seeded some baby lettuce in there as well. And it's amazing the temperature difference underneath the shade of the green beans compared to on the outside. We've hit some really hot weather here now. Temperatures are getting up into the 90s. They're in the 70s at night. And we had several days where it was just like plain sun, not much rain at all. So that shade over our trellis is gonna hopefully really help the cool weather crops that I'm trying to grow underneath, like our lettuce, our succession plantings of lettuce underneath there. And now I'm gonna take a quick minute to congratulate Amy Dresser for winning our giveaway from last week's video. You won a set of grow bags from Bootstrap Farmer. So I left a comment down below yours. Go check that out and make sure that you go claim your prize. Huge congratulations to you. And for any of the rest of you who are watching this video right now, guess what? We're doing another giveaway. So if anyone who leaves a comment down below, you're automatically entered to win. And this time we are gonna be giving away a wood harvest basket. So this is a pretty cool, it's like a woven harvest basket that you can go out and harvest crops. I need to get one of these myself and make it a lot prettier out in the garden. So anyways, leave a comment down below. You'll be entered to win and can't wait to see who wins. The other thing that I did just before I had to run off to a Seedtime team meeting where all of our team got together in person. It was really fun, but it was not here. So I had to travel into Nashville where we had that meeting. And just before going, I transplanted our cucumbers and one of our squash into our place here. And so I just got back at the end of the week here and came out to take a look at the garden and see how things were going. And just before coming here, I actually decided to run into town and to get some nasturtiums because I've been talking about this. I want to put nasturtiums on each side of these trellis and trellis them up. I think it's going to be so pretty and beautiful, number one, but they also help with deterring pests that we don't want around here. So I just got those nasturtiums, went into town and got them, brought them back, and I've just finished transplanting them on the 4 ends of our trellis here. So I'm here at our local garden center and they do have nasturtiums. So I'm gonna be getting these. We're gonna be putting them on the sides of our trellis. So I'm going to be putting one at each end of the trellis here. Take this by our squash. I probably need to put it like right in there. And then these other 2 on the other end. And I'm just gonna do this pretty simply. I'm gonna take the nasturtium plant, take it out of the container here. I'm just gonna dig a hole for it by this marigold. We're gonna put it in. Green beans are coming up here as well. So we're gonna let this nasturtium kind of grow out next to them here and try and keep space for the green beans. You can see them just starting to sprout here, which is exciting. And then as this nasturtium grows, we're gonna train it up onto the actual trellis. So I just finished transplanting the nasturtiums in here, and let's take a quick look around the garden as we wrap up this week. Now, we seeded in these green beans here, and they're just starting to come up right here. Interestingly, the baby lettuce on this side here does not come up, but underneath the green beans, it has come up. And I think one of the reasons for that probably is because this was exposed to the sun, and there was a whole day that these did not get watered while we were gone, and that was just a mix-up in our communication and stuff. But anyways, I am seeing the little baby lettuce coming up underneath the green beans here, so it'll be interesting to see how that does. Green beans are still looking really good. Little flowers coming on with the green beans, so we should be having some fruit here soon. You can see our lettuces. I'm noticing that this romaine type lettuce kind of bolts faster than the other ones, so I'm probably going to stop growing that and just focus in on these other ones. And I'd like to get Muir, which is a heat-tolerant lettuce. Gonna be pulling out the last of our beets here soon and need to harvest some more carrots. I don't have time to do a bunch of harvests today. Arugula, still looking good. And you can see, interesting, again, you know, the baby lettuce that's underneath, kind of shaded, is the baby lettuce that's come up. Out here, not so much, right? We need to harvest basil. The basil is looking really nice. We got more baby greens under here to harvest. The squash and cucumbers have struggled again. In fact, I pulled out one of my cucumbers. This one just got completely devastated by the little cucumber beetles, I'm guessing. We'll see if it can come back. It's still got some life here in the center. So we'll take off these old leaves, pinch those off, and we'll see what we can do to try and save it. Tomatoes are looking really good. I need to come in and do some pruning on them, but you can see we've got some nice tomatoes starting to blush down here. It's really looking nice. And we've got cherry tomatoes over here and more tomatoes going on down. Overall, they're looking fairly healthy. Our baby lettuce underneath is growing well and is almost ready to harvest here. And then our fast tomatoes, our quick ones over here, our determinate, are setting fruit quite nicely. And we saw this a little bit earlier in the week as well. But this fruit is really already growing quickly, and we're gonna need to keep trellising these up. And you can see the baby lettuce on either side. Kind of a little spotty. We haven't had the best watering, so I've got to get that watering system set up, right? So that's the quick overview for the garden. That brings it to a wrap for this week. Not quite as much going on as maybe some of the other weeks, but I want you to notice how when we have one crop coming out, we're immediately putting in another one. And how do I keep track of that? It's with the Seedtime Garden Planner. So if you don't have an account to Seedtime yet, you're gonna wanna grab a free account to Seedtime where you get a calendar that makes it super easy to visualize when to seed, when to transplant, when you can expect to harvest, all through your season. And you can move and adjust your plantings and set them up so you can plan a continual succession harvest through your garden all year round. And so that's what I've done here in this plan. In fact, if you go back to some of the first videos of this series, you'll get to see me walk through our entire garden season in the Seedtime Garden Planner and set up this whole plan. And this is the plan that I've been following to grow this continual harvest through this season and work on maximizing the garden space and yield out of this garden. So once again, if you want a simple way to have a continual harvest in your garden, replace the grocery store by growing your own food, then drop down, there's a link down below to grab your free Seedtime account in the description, and you'll want to jump in and do that right away. In addition to that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you get notified of all of our future updates. And I do want to put in another little plug for our fundraiser that we're doing. If you want to make a big difference in the world while growing your own food, this is an opportunity to do it, because when you give towards this fundraiser, those funds are going to go to an organization called Farm Stew. And Farm Stew helps train and equip families to lift them out of poverty by teaching them how to grow their own food, how to even sell it to the community, and a holistic approach to life and thriving. So if you want to be a part of that, go drop down into the description, click the link to join the fundraiser, and anyone who gives $1,000 or more is going to trigger a Bonanza giveaway during this series. So go do that, subscribe to this channel, and I can't wait to see you next week.